Good morning, everyone, delightful souls. It's beautiful to have you here. We're just going to breathe in and breathe out to just ground ourselves before we start. So just breathe in, stretch out your arms. Remember, you're in charge of your day and how you want to feel. Breathe out. Breathe in again. Remember that your hands are magnets, right? Energetic magnets. And when you breathe out, just bring them down like you're pushing back everything inside of you that belongs to you. Again, you're stretching up. Nervous system, I'm good, I'm safe right this moment. I bring in all parts of me back into the body, and I ground my energy to Mama Earth. And then just shake your body. Just shake your body. Just freedom. Just let your body know it's free of tension, free of stress, free of everything for this moment. For this moment, you are free. So nice. I actually feel a lot better. So, my 4-day live free online event starts November 2nd, and it's at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, which is Montreal time, for an hour and 50 minutes. And within the hour and 50 minutes, there is going to be some transmissions. There are going to be questions and answers. There are going to be techniques and modalities that I will be bringing in to help you shift and make peace with your future and your future self, so that in your now, you can find a bit of harmony within you. You can allow the future that you actually do want to find its way to you. Not you find its way to it, for it to find its way to you, because you're not projecting a doomed and gloomed future that you're trying your best to avoid. So this is where we're heading in that amazing 4-day live event, and there's going to be an amazing bonus. However, the amazing thing is, after every single live session, you're going to get a 20-minute breath work with a breathwork specialist and a dear friend of mine, Alia, to gather in all the shifts and information and codes that you are given during those live events, to integrate them into your body, to process them specifically for you. You're going to be doing the work, of course, but through this breath work, it's with ease and simplicity. And then on the last day, there's a bonus where I will be inviting an ancestral healer, and she will be doing a collective ancestral healer. Her name is Jen, and also a very dear friend of mine. They're both miraculous. They're both amazing, and I'm so glad that they're on board, and we're going to be like holding this amazing container for everyone, just to have more peace, more delights, experience more joy, no matter what is happening in your life, to internally experience joy, not because the outside world is provoking joy or angst, but because you feel joy regardless. Isn't that exciting? So I'll leave you the link below. Register, get on board. It's only 4 days, and an immaculate 4 days, and I can't wait to see you all live. Second amazing thing, again, my ebook is out for pre-order, so you can pre-order it. Right now, you have the opportunity. I finally got it done. I'm still working on the soft paper cover details, but that too is coming along, and I'm learning so much about formatting. It's so exciting. And so I personally can't wait to have it on Amazon so that I can press buy and actually get a hard and soft copy cover and like open my book finally outside of a laptop. Like, it's so exciting. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about purpose. And the reason I wanted to talk about purpose is because we spend so much of our time trying to find out what our purpose is, because it feels so empty inside when we don't have a purpose. It feels boring in a sense. It's like, I have to have a mission, I have to have a purpose, I have to be of service, I need to do something. And of course, as you know, if you're watching me or you're on my Facebook, on my Instagram, you know, you're my client, you whatever, you're definitely an empath and a light worker and somebody who's really attuned and being awakened and in the awakening process. And so you completely understand that you have this feeling inside all the time of needing to be of service, wanting to do something, wanting to have a purpose on this planet, right? And what I've come to understand through meditations and reflections and journaling and writing and all the stuff that I do, something has been brewing, and I've been shown specific things. Not to deny everybody else's reality, but this is what's been shown up for me, and I thought it could be of great service to share it with you. So the great purpose is, let me start off with, we know that we come into this world like that and we leave like that. Like there is no, we don't know where we come from. We're trying to figure it out. Everyone has been. And we don't know where we go. Again, we've been trying to figure out, everyone has been trying to figure it out. But there are ideas out there, there are notions, there are things that people have felt into and figured out and shared, and so many different realities that we could all trust and believe in. From my perspective, what I have seen is that we are all of planet Earth, which we all know, right? And that our purpose here is to help the human. So I am a human, right? And I am also a soul. Because once the soul leaves the human, right? The human body, what happens to it? It goes back to Mama Earth. It doesn't even move. Like we can't even function. There's no movement in the body. It just goes dead completely. So then we know that there's a soul in here. There's something else inside that's like allowing it to move, to be, right? So there are two aspects to us. Let's just say there are two, right? There's so much more, but let's just say there are two. There's the soul and there's the human, right? So what I got is that because we are of the earth, you just have to bear with me because it's so hard to find words for what I've seen and heard, okay? The earth itself, everything comes from the earth. Everything from the earth comes from the earth. Everything that lives on this planet is from the planet and goes back to the planet, right? So everything comes out of the planet and back into the planet, meaning even humans are from the planet. So this human body is from the soil, the earth, the minerals, everything, right? Water, plants, all of that is this humanness, right? So we are earth. The human is earth. The human, not the soul, right? The human is earth. We are given a human body as souls, right? To work through, to be part of, to experience through, right? And what are we experiencing? We are experiencing what Mama Earth feels. We are experiencing what humans feel, because humans have died, of course, all the time, right? Every soul has left the body, just like that, just like that, just like that, just like that. Millions and trillions and I don't know how many souls have come in, used the body's gone back. So when the body goes back to the earth, whatever has been stored in the body due to that person's timeline or experience here has shifted the codes of the body, which goes back into the soil, which shifts the codes within Mama Earth, because then we become like, our bodies become like the feeding grounds, right? Disperses to the earth, right? And we have new codes. So our purpose, even though we all want our purpose to be like, we'll save the world and save humanity and, you know, make people feel better. That is amazing and wonderful and it's spectacular and one of my purposes, right? However, the true purpose is that when you are given a human body, And the human body is stressing, has fears in it, has trauma, right? Has stored ancestral, God knows what, has brought forth all the pains and the fears and the instincts of survival. Like everything lives here in this human body. So the soul comes in and needs to decode it, give it new codes, right? So the purpose is for me to feel responsible. This is my purpose. This body that I was given to experience through, right, and to help evolve is my responsibility, is my ultimate purpose. So what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is I have been given this body for a few seconds in the timeline of all that is, right? For a few seconds, I have this body. This body has codes in it. It has my ancestral codes. It has the codes of history in it, the pains and the joys. It has, let's say you're born and you are an artist, like from a young age, you just know how to draw and paint. And there's someone in your ancestor, in your lineage, that had added that code into the body. That's why you have this talent, right? This human, we're talking about the human, not the soul. The human has that talent. So it's easy for the soul to tap into it and make that what it is. Let's say you are amazing at music or playing the piano, then there must have been an ancestor in your lineage that was a code that they added to the human body that they were given, right? So then we let go of the body. Then we release the body back into Mama Earth so that it can go into the next generations, right, with new codes. So our purpose, and I think you're starting to understand this, so our purpose is truly being responsible for this human body. Not for other human bodies all the time, right? Not latching on, right? Not because of my fears, I need other human bodies to pay attention to me. But when I do have that fear, to know that it's a code in the body from the ancestrals, what Mama Earth has been going through or what she's digested, that now it's my opportunity, my great opportunity to shift that code up. And how do we shift the code? We sit with the shadow, because these are shadow codes, right? We sit with the shadow, we sit with the self. When we are triggered, when we are ignored by someone and we're like, oh my God, oh, this person ignored me, I'm gonna ignore them back, they did that, and all that. In the middle of it, if you can just have conscious awareness, that's the key to it all. Conscious awareness is the key. It's the portal that you'll open, let's say. You have conscious awareness that I'm feeling this way at this moment. And you self-reflect. You go in and say, oh my God, I am feeling frustrated. I am feeling angry. I'm feeling all those feelings. I'm consciously now aware of my feelings. It's no more the action I'm going to take. I'm going to have revenge on the person. I'm going to show them. I'm going to ignore them the way they ignored me, or whatever the storyline is, right? Because that's the embedded code from ancestors and from your own timeline, right? And the only reason it shows up in your body or it gets triggered through your life experience is because it's already stored in the body somewhere. It's already stored in the human body somewhere, and it's being awakened through your specific timeline because of the experiences, awakened to be shown to you so that you can look at it, see it, and change the code of it. And how do we change the code of things? Only through compassion, kindness, and love. Compassion, kindness, and love is actually the code. So this is what you do. You conscious awareness that, oh, this is how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling vengeful. And that's okay. Human body, now you are two. You are the soul that has seen this. Because that's the mission, that's the purpose. You are the soul that has observed this because you bought conscious awareness, meaning you bought some space and air between the human body and you, your true essence, the real you, right? And now you can consciously be loving and kind to the human body that is suffering that vengeful feeling, because it's a suffering. It feels painful. It hurts. It hurts. It's all consuming. It's like nothing else exists but that feeling. To be aware of it and then love it. Compassion and kindness. I see you vengeful human body. And I love you anyway. I love you even if you're feeling this way, right? Because the last thing anyone in a bad place wants to hear is if they're wrong, to guilt them, to judge them, to shame them, to blame them. That just ignites it even more. That even bottles it up more. That makes it even harder inside the body. That makes it suffocating. So what you want to do is set it free. You want to allow the human body to have freedom. My ultimate goal in life is freedom. Freedom to have joy, right? So you want to free it. How do you free it? You allow it to exist, because the human is been given to you as a responsibility to help it evolve internally, change its memories, so that when you leave the body, which you will, which everyone does, right? And even if you have that fear, let that fear exist in the human form, and you as a soul, you're going to love that. You're going to take care of it. You're going to allow it to feel what it needs to feel, because it's always been denied, right? It's always been denied. So it's so important for you to recognize that you're a soul that was given a human body to be of service. This is the purpose. It's whenever the triggers show up, which are the embedded codes inside that are in the shadow, that have the limiting beliefs that show up in the mind. That's why there is no fighting against your ego. This whole idea of I need to kill my ego, get rid of my ego. No, it's part of the human make. It's part of the God's creation. It's part of the human make. So any part of the human make that you deny, you deem wrong, you want to kill, you want to murder, you want to get rid of, I wish I could get rid of my ego so I can have a happy life. It's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. It just doesn't happen that way, because you are denying something of the human make that is part of Gaia, Mama Earth, that you're here to help decode and evolve. The purpose is, when I leave this body, when I leave it behind, what new codes did I leave it with? What new codes did I leave this body with for the next generation to receive? What do I want to leave it with? So for example, I want to leave this body knowing that it was dearly loved, no matter how it looks, no matter what shape it is, no matter if my stomach is bloated and I'm all angry at it. I want to know that it is loved even if this is happening. I want that code in where there isn't a specific way that a human needs to look to feel pretty, right? So that if it triggers me, then that is my purpose, one of my many purposes. Whatever triggers me is my purpose. Meaning it's my purpose to decode it and to put in a new code, right? So when I leave the body, that is it. If I want this body, if I want to leave behind a memory, a code in this body of amazing relationship, what it's like to feel respected and be respectful and feel loved and lovable and be in a true, beautiful companionship relationship, okay? Partnership, not friendships right now, partnerships. That is what I want to offer this body when I leave behind, to give that new coding DNA to the next generations, right? Then that becomes a purpose. I'm not running after it, but this is what I would like to offer. This is what I would like to leave behind. It's not for my needs. I'm so afraid to be alone. I need to have a partnership so that I can survive life. I would love to share my life with someone. It's not a desperation. It's not a neediness anymore. It's more of like, what would I like to leave behind? What would I like to leave in this human body that I was given to shift and change? And that is what I truly know is my purpose. And I feel that it's a lot of people's purpose. A lot of humans, a lot of souls here, that is the purpose. What do I want to leave behind in this body? So now everything else that you do is no more striving and efforting and going like completely insane to get, because you feel lack without it. You feel less than yourself without it. You feel unlovable. You feel you don't deserve to exist. You feel useless. You feel hopeless. You feel suffocated. You're trying your best to like become the success that you need to become. You're trying your best to feel loved by pulling on to relationships. You want to be seen and heard so badly, so you're like gathering friends and communities. You know, you're denying your ability to be a great mother because you're so afraid to upset your kids or do what your parents did. Like, all that is fear-based. All that is getting you nowhere, right? Because it's all like this hunger to feel better, hunger to feel better, hunger to feel better, hunger to feel better. Now, why are you not feeling better? Because these are the triggers. That's the purpose. These are your codes that are giving you an opportunity to shift them. This is what you signed up for. This is what the soul said, hey, I'm going to come here and this is what I'm going to do. Give me a body, right? Give me a human, right? So when your human starts to be in pain, know that it's the human body that's in pain and everything it contains, right? And you're the soul, right? Space between both. And your purpose can be everything and anything. Maybe you came from a family that struggled through money, right? Money. I don't have enough. And you're constantly triggered. That is your purpose. To see that and be like, oh, there it is. I would like to leave this body with the memory of abundance. That's what I want to leave it with. That is my purpose. One of the things I want to offer this body when I leave it here to Mama Earth, to bring it forth to the next generation in my lineage, this is what I desire. I desire for me to put in the codes of abundance and prosperity, right? That the soil will absorb and spread. So each one of us is extremely important and extremely unique. Unique. You have no idea how much you specifically possess by your specific triggers, and the reason in your timeline you were triggered and you went through whatever suffering you have gone through is to open up that Pandora's box inside the body, the human body that you were given, so that you can actually change that code. Is this making sense? There's so much more, but I'm just going to hone into this, and then the next time I'll go into the next part and the next part so that you can start to connect it all. Because that's all I've been shown. Like, it's so intense. It's like deeply inside a knowing. It's euphoric. All I've been doing is like absorbing and digesting for the last week. Like, ooh, parts of it here, and I ask questions and I get answers. But that is it. That is the purpose. Your purpose is the human body. Your purpose is not to get the whole world to be happy, right? Because that's just filling up a void, an insecurity within yourself. That's all you're doing, filling up an insecurity within yourself by others. But why do you have that insecurity? Is that a code opening up, right? Is that a shadow that's locked in, that's finally coming to the surface because of the triggers of the outside world saying, this is something to look into. This is something to breathe into, to allow the experience, not deny it and shame it and blame it for existing, right? And then recode it. And how do we recode? Conscious awareness, breathing, conscious awareness, right? Allowing it to be there. Pour all over it compassion, kindness, and love, because you're the soul. This is a human. You're not the human. This is a soul. You've been given the human. Start to differentiate the two, and you'll find more peace within you. And even searching for your purpose becomes delightful, because it isn't a need. It's more of a want. Like, this is what I would like to offer this body. This is what I would like to leave behind. I would like this body to know what success feels like. I want the codes of success in here so that I can offer it to Mama Earth. I want the codes of joy in here, the codes of freedom, the codes of no judgment, the codes of... The best code that I would love to leave behind is trust, self-trust and intuition. That's one code. Every time anything I get triggered, I'm like, there it is. I'm doubting myself. That's the code. And I go through the layers. Because the code I want to leave behind, what I want to leave on planet Earth, is freedom, the ability to be joyous, dance anywhere, be anything outside of what others' perceptions are, because I am doing me right now and freeing up my codes, because as I free up, everyone else frees up. I'm not responsible for them, but I'm responsible for what I have been given. Ooh, that was pretty intense. That was amazing. Okay, I need water. I must have water. Where's the water? The water's there. Okay. So, actually I have a bottle here. A huge bottle with just a few bits of water in it. Okay. I really hope this was helpful. If you have any questions about your purpose, if you're really confused, if you're like, yeah, but you know, my purpose is ... right? Like I can't seem to be abundant. I can't see, you know, then see where the triggers are. Why is it such a need? Where is the, this must happen for me, right? And like disassociate a little bit and go deeper. Always reach out. You have the freedom to do that. I offer you the freedom to do that and reach out. Ask what you need to ask. Let me know if this has helped you, worked out for you. Does it make sense to you? Because I can go into further detail and more explanations until it makes sense in your body. And all this is to offer you the freedom to actually feel more delightful inside, more harmonious, less efforting to prove yourself to be seen, to be heard, and to be loved, right, by others and the world, right, by grabbing onto all those things, which feels exhausting, which makes you exhausted. Self-sacrifice. You're sacrificing yourself all the time, thinking you're doing something really wonderful, when you're damaging you and the human that you were given. Oh, all right, well, don't forget to sign up for the free live event, which is going to be extraordinarily exciting and fun and wonderful. And look into my book, pre-order. It's going to be fun and exciting also. It's got so much information in it. Yes, it was transmissioned through me, and it was fun to write, actually. I was all consumed for 2 weeks. I was like in a different zone. I had like stepped into a new portal, and I was just ecstatic. So the energy of the book has a lot of joy in it. And all right, and I'll see you on the next live. Please share your questions, and bye.